Hey everybody, this is Bridgit Danner from Hormone Detox Shop. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit and film in my kitchen. It's not looking as impressive as I hoped, but I sort of got all my stuff together on this lower shelf that we carry in our shop because I'm always wanting to show you, and everything's already spread all around the house. So I thought I'd show you a little bit about some supplements I use, because literally everything in our shop is something that I've used, that's worked well, that I've researched, and then it makes it to our shop. So you can also see, like, there's supplements all over this house. I'm always trying stuff and experimenting and learning and making relationships with companies. And I mention all this because this is a time where people are maybe wanting to shore up their immune system and make good choices. But a lot of things that you're potentially buying aren't as high of quality, aren't as potent, aren't as tested. So I really want to encourage you to go to see my new blog. It's called Coronavirus and Natural Immune Support. And I go over some supplements in there that help modulate and shore up the immune system, and I give a lot of scientific evidence for them and dosages, so you're not just kind of like guessing. You can get really specific. So let me give you a little tour while I'm here. Let's see, where should we start? Well, a couple of things that I like the best for immunity you may not have initially. Oops, here's the other one second. Thought about as being as much for immunity, but fish oil is actually a really amazing immune support. I give some explanation for it on the blog, but it very easily attaches to the cell membrane. It helps regulate, protect a virus from getting into the cell. Does a bunch of other things too, like optimizing the immune system you can read about. But of course, it's also anti-inflammatory, so it's good for menstrual cramps and brain health and gut health. So you may not have thought of fish oil as being like an immune support, but it's something that's very safe to take. You can just kind of take 1 spoonful a day for maintenance, or you could take more if you feel like you're getting sick or you're around some germs. But this is like a very safe, high quality thing with lots of evidence on how it supports your immune system. Another is magnesium, which you wouldn't really think about for immunity at all. But again, if you go to the article, you can read more about why that is. It is helpful at producing helps produce some of the immune cells that you need. I think the article shared when you're magnesium deficient, your thymus gland is actually shrinking faster. So thymus gland produces a lot of immune cells, but as we age, our thymus glands shrink. So then actually your liver needs to produce more of the immune cells. So it's another reason to keep your liver healthy. We'll talk about that in a minute. But magnesium, most of us are deficient. So in addition to shoring up your immune system, again, it's helping for pain and cramps and sleep. This is a very absorbable magnesium. It's a magnesium glycinate chelate. So it's not here to help you have a bowel movement. It's here to help you actually get absorbed into cells. So that's a good one. Well, I got everything organized, but I didn't pull it out. So vitamin D. Oh, here's our vitamin D. Is a really obvious, safe choice. I find a lot of people are confused about dosage on vitamin D. So this one we call our daily D. It has 5,000 IU, and that's what I think is a good daily maintenance amount of vitamin D. But if you don't know your vitamin D levels, or you could get checked, because sometimes you need to go higher than this for a while. But if you don't know, 5,000 IU is a pretty nice, safe number. Does many things for your immune system you can read more about. This is a new item we put in our shop, vitamin C with quercetin. So quercetin has had some specific study for the corona family of viruses, and vitamin C has had a lot of study done for the immune system. I shared in the blog, dosage is important on this. So actually just 1 capsule of this a day isn't really enough for immune prevention, so you want to do 2 or 3, and then if you feel like you're getting sick, you want to high dose even more than that in the beginning. But vitamin C generally very safe to take. The quercetin is a really nice addition, and it helps the vitamin C absorb, but it also has its own specific immune effects you can read about. And it can be good for like congestions and stuff too if you have asthma, as can the magnesium and fish oil. So again, it's all from personal experience. Because of my own history with toxic mold, and probably because of the age I'm at, I'm dealing with some asthma in the springtime, in addition to dealing with coronavirus at time. So a lot of the questions that we've gotten from our community who are immune compromised because of autoimmunity or toxicity, they're like wondering, like, do I have like worse chances? What's going on here? I'm not saying you have worse chance of fatality, but if your immune system is challenged already and you know that, I would say take some extra support. So for me, doing like the fish oil, magnesium, quercetin, is calming my asthma and like letting my lung tissue be healthier. So I think it makes it less vulnerable to potential, viral infection. Also, one thing that happens with this virus that you may have heard about, when people do get really seriously ill, end up in intensive care, die, it's usually because something called a cytokine storm. So a cytokine is an inflammatory molecule made in response, the immune system's responding, but now the body's becoming overwhelmed with these inflammatory cytokines. And I think people are worried, like, maybe I shouldn't boost the immune system because I could have this cytokine storm. Well, my kind of personal theory I'm working with is, yes, shore up your immune system and also handle inflammation in your body. So again, the fish oil, the magnesium are really good for calming inflammation. So I think it's like just a great pairing. So that's really why I'm starting with those 2 things as being kind of the stars of the show, really safe to take. So you notice these aren't antiviral things. We can talk more about those later, but these are things more that just like set a healthy background, as does our multivitamin, which is over there on the couch, so I can't show you, but you're just getting some bases covered with a good multivitamin. I'll just grab one. We have coming out, just debuted this month, these 2 liver products. So these are called Detox Greens. It's a greens powder, and then broccoli sprout and seed. So again, kind of talking about background health. If you've already been dealing with toxicity, you're maybe going to be quarantined into your house at some point. Having greens powder, so you're getting that nutrition, is great for just supporting your liver and your overall health, getting some alkalinity into you. And then this is just a 1-a-day supplement that can help detox, help support the liver in different ways, because your liver actually plays more roles than you think in immunity. One thing you also can do is keep your glutathione levels up. So this is a glutathione spray that we sell called ACG Glutathione. When your glutathione levels are higher, their studies show also like higher immune activity as well. So one thing I want to really stress is you're not just your immune system and like there's one magic pill. You're your whole body, and you need to support based on your own history and where you're at right now. Another thing you may want to work on is your gut, where 70 to 80% of immunity is. So if you know you kind of have leaky gut or some stuff you haven't dealt with, for leaky gut, probably the 2 things I like best for leaky gut are our MegaMucosa or the Mega IgG. They work similarly, and you can kind of compare them if you want to take a look, but this would be a little stronger, like kind of antiviral protection, but also heals leaky gut. And this is more like soothing all around for that layer, building up that protective mucosal layer of the gut. And both of those would go well with our Megasporebiotic. So most people tolerate these things all really well, but if you already have a lot of dysbiosis in your gut, sometimes you have to go slowly. Some people are only taking like a half a pill every other day, but you could take up to 4 a day, you know, if you're working to recover your gut health and get a nice bacterial population there if tolerated. So I'm just gonna check the time here. Okay, well, I'm gonna get going, but please check out the blog, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks, everybody.